friends, it's Mirella, and today I'm coming to you so incredibly happy and excited. Today, as I am filming this, it's New Year's Eve of 2024, the very last day of the year, and I have not been up here. I haven't posted an update in over a year and a half. It is both the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. In the last life update that I posted on here, I was like, I'm going to post more videos, and I fully believed I was going to. Life comes at you fast, I don't know. Things look incredibly different from a few years ago, and the truth is, I fell out of love with the beauty industry almost 5 years ago now, and I just have not been able to get back into it. Nor do I want to, honestly. Like, it's not a goal of mine anymore. It's not something that brings me joy. However, for the past 2 years now, I have been a Blythe doll artist. And if you have seen Mirella's Dollhouse on TikTok or Instagram and just thought that we had the same name, no, it's me. I mostly make mini twin dolls. That's not the only thing I make, but that's just kind of how it worked out. This year I actually started my own business. I now create custom Blythe dolls. Most of them look like my customer, but not all of them. But I started this business in April 2024, not knowing how it was going to look. At that point, I had been a therapist for about 2.5 years. I just wanted something to do on the side. I really didn't know where it would go. And for those of you who have watched me for a really long time, you know, I always say I've been an artist my whole life, and that is the absolute truest thing about me. Like, I've been a creator since I even had a concept of how to create. So at that point I had been making Blythe dolls for like 1.5 years, and I thought I would just sell them. I knew that people sold them, and my business ended up blowing up the first month that I opened. And that same month that I started selling my dolls on Etsy, I went viral on TikTok with my dolls and I had a video hit 2 million views. And so from there I was like, okay, let's see where this can go. I dedicated as much time as I could afford, because of course I had like multiple jobs at the time, to posting as frequently as possible on my doll TikTok, and then I started a doll Instagram. And as of right now, I hope so much that we can keep TikTok, but I have like 85,000 followers on my doll TikTok and like 35,000 on my doll Instagram. So it is the most surreal thing, but it makes me so happy. As a lifelong artist, it is this indescribable feeling that like people want your art and they want to pay money for your art. They want to own your art. Like, it's, oh my gosh, the appreciation is just, there are honestly no words for how it feels. And I am so grateful that this opportunity kind of like fell in my lap. And really all it took was me trying, because I knew that I could make Blythe dolls. I had already made some. I liked them. Everyone else liked them too. Now, if you came to this channel for the beauty and you stayed for the beauty, I completely understand if you're like, I'm not into dolls, I'm out of here. I get it. But if you came for the beauty and you stayed for me, first of all, I appreciate you. Thank you. And second of all, this is my next journey, and it's one that I hope lasts a really long time, because it literally combines everything that I love. It combines the artistry and the talent that I had for makeup itself, but now I just do it on little dolls. It combines my cosplay somewhat, and not everyone on YouTube may know this, but like on Instagram, I do Halloween like crazy. Me and my sister love it so much. So I do a lot of cosplays there, and I like to kind of transform myself into the character. So by making dolls that actually look like my customer or the character or the celebrity that they want, I'm still using part of that talent to kind of like make the features and everything come to life. But as someone who grew up sculpting and painting and drawing and doing all different kinds of things, I get to do those on my dolls as well. So it really is just like the best of all of my worlds put together. Some of you may be wondering, yes, I'm still a licensed therapist, but the truth is that there is nothing that has sparked my passion, my creativity, the desire to wake up, the excitement to experience the next day of the week more than my dolls. Now, if you were into makeup and you're like on the fence about dolls, I'm going to be uploading most of the videos that I have on TikTok, just because, you know, fingers crossed we don't lose TikTok. But if we do, I still want them to live in a place where people who don't use Instagram can see them. So I plan on uploading most of them here as shorts. Just, you know, check them out, see if you like them. I've spoken a lot before about being like chronically stressed and being a perfectionist and being super hard on myself and putting so much pressure on myself to always do things the best. And so being able to kind of let all of that go and just like loosen up and feel that childlike wonder again. And now I'm actually allowing myself to just be a person. Being a therapist taught me a lot about healing myself, and being a doll artist actually made me put a lot of those practices into action. So I am a different person today than I was a year ago before I started my business, than I was 2 years ago before I started making dolls, than I was 3 years ago before I was a therapist. Wait, was I a therapist 3 years ago? You get the idea. So much has changed. I mean, even like, look at this room, you know, I know I've shown it before, and I still have my gallery wall, which is very cute, by the way, and I'm very proud of it. But I even rearranged. It's no longer set up in a way where it's like a filming setup. It's now set up in a way where I'm like, this is how I want the room to be, and my dolls are on display. I'm just honestly in such a good place, and I wouldn't be true to myself if I weren't bringing you guys along this journey with me. Like I said before, if it's not your thing, there are no hard feelings. I understand dolls are pretty niche, they're not for everyone. And even though I got rid of a lot of the videos on this channel because I want to dedicate it more to the dolls, I still kept up like many of the most popular videos, because if that's how so many of you found me, I still want you guys to be able to see them if you want, or live the nostalgia. It has been a long adventure. I started making YouTube videos in 2009 when I was 16 years old, and now I'm going to be 32 in 2 weeks. That is half of my life that I've lived on the internet, sharing my story with you guys, growing up in front of a camera. It's crazy to think about, but I know that a lot of you have also like grown up with me, and many of us started out as kids together and now we're adults together. I started this channel when I was 18, so it's about 14 years old now. And overall, it's just something that I'm not ready to let go of, because I think that like I can transform it. I can still utilize this. I can still be on YouTube, but just in a completely different way. So I wanted to tell you all that. But before we go, allow me to show you my dolls. So here we have Ginger, and if you guys watched a lot of my old videos, she was always in the background of my old bedroom. She was my first ever Blythe doll. This is Alice. I actually customized her when I had short hair, and I thought she was going to kind of look like me, but I was like, no, I want her to be Alice. I don't want her to be Mirella. This one right here is Evelyn. She, again, is just like one that I customized, and I loved her and needed to keep her. This is Mini Mirella. I just want you to see her little face up close. I love her so much. I also made one of Tori, but she's at Tori's house, of course. And then this one right here is Nova. She's my most recent doll that I made for myself. These dolls and these dolls down here are actually made by other artists, but I've collected them because I am obsessed and I just love dolls and I appreciate other doll artists, and this is kind of their Christmas setup right now. And also here is the almost finished gallery wall for anyone who's interested. Not quite finished, but oh my gosh, it's so close. I really hope that you guys enjoyed hearing about my new journey, and seriously, thank you guys so much for sticking around. This has not always been smooth sailing. I've been MIA several times, you know, going to college, getting married, going to grad school, buying a house. There has been so much going on over the past, like, what, decade and a half. I appreciate you all. I would not be where I am today without you. That is the truest statement that I could say to you guys. And being able to try new things and share them with you guys makes me so happy. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.